the darkness didn't feel the same. Every fear that held me captive started slowly drifting away. In the middle of the night, Jesus whispered my name, reminding me his love had never changed. And wrapped inside his faithful promise, I found the strength to rest again. One day there'll be no sleepless evenings, no anxious thoughts to overcome, only endless peace within his presence, forever safe inside his love. Until that day, I'll keep remembering the countless times he made a way, and how his voice became my comfort when hope seemed far away. In the middle of the night, Jesus whispered my name, and every shadow lost its power to remain. For the Savior who walks beside me is the same forevermore. In the middle of the night, Jesus whispered my name, and my weary heart was never quite the same, because the God who holds creation still watches over me with love. Jesus whispered my name, and peace came near. Jesus whispered my name and stayed right here. The room was quiet, but my heart was breaking, heavy with burdens I could barely explain. I smiled through the day for everybody around me, yet carried a river of hidden pain. The night arrived with all my unanswered questions, the kind that linger when the lights grow dim. And as I sat alone within the silence, I felt a gentle peace draw near again. No judgment in his eyes, no disappointment in his voice, only mercy reaching toward me, inviting my weary heart to rejoice. Jesus sat beside me and until the tears stopped falling, until the ache inside my soul grew still. He never hurried my healing journey. He simply stayed and loved me through it all. Jesus sat beside me until the tears stopped falling, holding every broken dream and scar. And in the warmth of his compassion, I remembered how loved I truly are. I told him things I'd never told another, the fears I hid beneath a brave disguise, the disappointments, losses, and the heartache, the silent battles living in my mind. And though he already knew every detail, he listened as if hearing it anew, because the Savior of all creation still cares about the smallest things I do. The God who formed the endless heavens was sitting in my darkest night, turning every sorrow into something touched by his redeeming light. Jesus sat beside me until the tears stopped falling, until the ache inside my soul grew still. He never hurried my healing journey. He simply stayed and loved me through it all. Jesus sat beside me until the tears stopped falling, holding every broken dream and scar. And in the warmth of his compassion, I remembered how loved I truly are. One day there'll be no tears left to surrender, no lonely nights to struggle through alone. For every wound will find its healing before the everlasting throne. Until that day, I'll keep remembering the comfort of that sacred place where Jesus sat beside my weakness and covered it with grace. Jesus sat beside me until the tears stopped falling, and peace replaced the fear I used to know. The same faithful arms that held me then will never, ever let me go. Jesus sat beside me until the tears stopped falling, and now my heart can finally rest, because the Savior who stayed beside me has always known me best. stayed beside me through every tear. He stayed beside me, and He is still here. The room was full, then suddenly empty. The laughter faded into distant air. The voices I once leaned upon were gone, and silence was the only thing still there. I sat beneath the weight of disappointment, counting every promise that fell apart, wondering if anyone could truly see the hidden ache living inside my heart. Then through the darkness of that lonely season, a gentle love came shining through, not with words that vanished in the morning, but with a faithfulness that proved itself true. Jesus stayed when everyone else left, when the road grew cold and hard to see, when the lights went out around my future. He remained and carried me. Jesus stayed when all my strength was fading, when my prayers were trembling in the night, and even when I couldn't feel His presence, His love was holding me so tight. There were days I questioned every direction, days my confidence could barely stand. Yet somehow through the valleys and the heartbreak, I kept finding traces of His hand. A door would open where I saw no pathway. A peace would come before the answer came. And slowly I began to understand the power hidden in His holy name. Not because my faith was always perfect, not because I never doubted Him, but because His mercy kept pursuing me. Even when my hope was growing dim, Jesus stayed when everyone else left, when the road grew cold and hard to see, when the lights went Jesus stayed when everyone else left. Through every battle I could not explain, through the storms that tried to steal my worship, through the heartbreak and the pain, Jesus stayed when all the world was changing, when familiar things were swept away, and now my soul has found a firm foundation, because my Savior chose to stay. When others walked away, Jesus stayed. When my strength disappeared, Jesus stayed. And He still stays today. The room was full, then suddenly empty. The laughter faded into distant air. The voices I once leaned upon were gone, and silence was the only thing still there. The sun was sinking low beyond the hillside, another chapter fading into gray. I carried every burden of the daylight and every disappointment from the day. There were moments when I smiled for everybody, while hiding storms that no one else could see. Yet through the noise of all my weary striving, a quiet invitation came to me. Not from the world that always keeps demanding, not from the voices pulling me apart, but from the Savior standing in the silence with open arms and a patient heart. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, when my strength was gone and my hope felt far away. He welcomed every burden I was carrying, and gently took the weight I couldn't bear. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, with mercy that had never once changed. And in His presence all my fears grew smaller, as His perfect peace filled every place. The stars appeared like promises above me, quiet reminders that you're still in control. The same God who I watches every sparrow, was faithfully watching over my soul. I didn't need a miracle that evening, or answers to the questions on my mind, because the comfort of your holy presence was greater than the things I hoped to find. You knew the battles no one else could measure. You saw the tears I never let them see, and through the darkness of another evening, your kindness became everything to me. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, when my strength was gone and my hope felt far away. He welcomed every burden I was carrying, and gently took the weight I couldn't bear. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, with mercy that had never once changed. And in His presence, all my fears grew smaller, as His perfect peace filled every place. One day the longest day will finally end, and every road will lead me safely home, where sorrow cannot enter through the doorway, and no heart will ever walk alone. Until that day, I'll keep on trusting Jesus through every season, still unknown to me, because the one who waits beside my evening will be the one my eyes in heaven see. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, just as faithful as He's always been, the same loving Savior who carried my yesterday, will carry me tomorrow once again. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, and now my heart has found a place to rest. For every road becomes a little brighter when it's placed within His hands. At the end of my longest day, Jesus was there. At the end of my longest day, Jesus still cares. The sun was sinking low beyond the hillside, another chapter fading into gray. too long, trying to be stronger than I felt inside, building walls around my fragile heart, searching for a place to safely hide. The day had left its footprints on my spirit, every step a little harder than before. And by the time the evening found my window, I couldn't carry the weight anymore. So I laid my fears before the Savior, every doubt and every silent scar. And for the first time in a long while, I stopped trying to be who I wasn't. The night I finally let Jesus carry me, the darkness lost the power it once had. The burden that had followed me for years was lifted by the gentle shepherd's hands. The night I finally let Jesus carry me, my restless soul found shelter from the storm, and wrapped within His endless loving mercy, I discovered what peace feels like once more. No thunder rolled across the sky above me, no miracle appeared before my eyes, just a quiet sense of holy comfort, settling softly like the morning light. The questions that had haunted me for seasons didn't suddenly all disappear, but they no longer felt so overwhelming when I remembered you were near. Because your presence changes every valley, your goodness lights the longest road, and every time my strength begins to falter, you remind me I don't walk alone. The night I finally let Jesus carry me, the darkness lost the power it once had. The burden that had followed me for years His faithful promise through every shadow and uncertainty. For the Savior who carried me that evening will carry me through eternity. The night I finally let Jesus carry me became the night my healing truly began. For I found hope not in my own strength, but in the safety of His hands. The night I finally let Jesus carry me changed the way I see each passing day. Because the God who holds the whole creation still carries me along the way. Jesus carried me through the night. Jesus carried me into the light. I carried yesterday into the dawn, like a suitcase filled with silent storms, trying to smile while the weight held on, wearing courage that was tired and worn. The world kept moving without a pause, while questions echoed inside my mind. Then through the stillness, softer than breath, I felt your mercy begin to find me. Not in thunder, not in fire, not in answers I could explain, but in a quiet, holy whisper, calling me gently by my name. I found the place where my heart finally rested, safe in the shadow of your endless grace. No longer running, no longer pretending, held by the kindness shining from your face. When all my strength had almost left me, when every road seemed lost in the night, you became the peace I couldn't discover, the calm that carried me back to the light. There were seasons I mistook for endings, doors that closed and dreams that disappeared. Yet every broken piece I surrendered became a testimony you were here. You walked beside me through hidden valleys, through every fear I never spoke aloud. And while I thought I was slow were teaching my soul to trust somehow. Not with power, not with glory, not with treasures of this world, but with love that kept pursuing every corner of my heart. I found the place where my heart finally rested, safe in the shadow of your endless grace. No longer running, no longer pretending, held by the kindness shining from your face. When all my strength had almost left me, when every road seemed lost in the night, you became the peace I couldn't discover, the calm that carried me back to the light. If tomorrow brings another mountain, if another storm appears ahead, I'll remember how your hands have held me every time my hope was hanging by a thread. Because your faithfulness is not a moment, it's a river that never runs dry, flowing through the deserts of my weakness, teaching weary wings to fly. I found the place where my heart finally rested, not in the things this world could give away, but in the presence that never leaves me, the love that remains when everything fades. Oh, when my journey reaches heaven, and every earthly shadow is gone, oh, I'll sing forever of the Savior who found me and carried my heart safely home, safely home, safely home. In your love, I finally come home. The night had settled gently all around me, yet my heart was louder than the rain. I sat beneath the weight of silent struggles, trying to hide the ache and pain. There were thoughts I couldn't put in sentences. There were wounds too deep for me to explain. But somewhere in the middle of my weakness, your compassion called my name. You heard the tears before they became words. You knew the burden before I could speak. And in the quietness of your presence, your strength found the weakest part of me. The prayer I couldn't find the words to say, broken piece was resting safely in your grace. The prayer I couldn't find the words to say rose to heaven through my pain, and the God who sees the deepest places wrapped my heart in peace again. I thought I had to bring you perfect language to somehow earn the comfort that I need, but your love was never waiting for perfection, only a willing heart to believe. You gathered every unspoken emotion, every fear I carried through the years, and answered with a kindness far greater than anything I hoped to hear. You stayed when all my answers disappeared. You stayed when all my strength was gone, and through the darkness of uncertainty, your faithful love kept leading on. The prayer I couldn't find the words to say, you understood it anyway. Every sigh, every tear, every broken piece was resting safely in your grace. The prayer I couldn't find the words to say rose to heaven through my pain, and the God who sees the deepest places wrapped my heart in peace again. One day every question will be answered, every shadow swallowed by your light, and every whispered prayer from every lonely evening will become a song of endless life. Until then, I'll trust your loving wisdom, even when I cannot understand. For the God who holds the whole creation is holding me within his hands. The prayer I couldn't find the words to say became a testimony of your grace, for you were listening long before I spoke, and mercy met me in that place. The prayer I couldn't find the words to say was never hidden from your eyes, because the Father's heart has always heard me. every tear and every sigh. You heard me before I spoke. You loved me before I knew. The day is slowly fading into silence. The sky is dressed in colors soft and gold. I bring the pieces of my weary journey, the stories only heaven truly knows. There were battles hidden in the ordinary, heavy thoughts I carried on my own. Yet through every moment I felt forgotten. Your unseen love was leading me back home. You never left when shadows gathered. You never turned your face away. And even now I hear your kindness calling my restless heart to stay. When God sings over me, I find my peace, like a river flowing gently through the night. Every fear begins to lose its power. Every burden grows a little light. When God sings over me, my soul remembers I am loved beyond what words can say. And wrapped within His everlasting mercy, I can finally rest beneath His grace. The stars appear like promises above me, each one shining with a faithful light, reminding me that every single heartbeat is safely held within your sight. I've chased so many answers through the years, searching places hope could never stay. But all along the treasure I was seeking was found inside your presence every day. Not in riches, not in power, not in dreams that fade away, but in the gentle voice of Jesus, meeting me at the end of day. When God sings over me, I find my peace, like a river flowing gently through the night. Every fear begins to lose its power. Every burden grows a little light. When God sings over me, my soul remembers I am loved deeper than I've ever heard before, joining saints and angels in the wonder of the Savior whom my heart adores. Until then, in every quiet evening, when darkness settles softly from above, I'll close my eyes and listen for the melody of my Father's endless love. When God sings over me, I find my peace, like a river flowing gently through the night. Every fear begins to lose its power, every burden grows a little light. When God sings over me, my soul remembers I belong within His loving care. And no matter where tomorrow finds me, I know my Father's song is there. Sing over me, Lord, through the night. Sing over me, Lord, till morning light. The morning came in whispers through curtains touched with gold. I carried all my questions and stories never told. The world was waking slowly, but my heart had raced all night. Then in the gentle silence, you met me with your light. I did not hear a thunder, I did not see a sign, just peace that felt like sunlight resting over mine. When heaven sits beside me, the fear begins to fade. The mountains lose their shadows, the night gives up its weight. You do not rush my healing, you stay through every tear, and somehow in the quiet I know that you are here. I thought that I was broken, too far to be restored, but mercy kept on finding the corners I ignored. You gathered every fragment, every dream I left behind, and planted little gardens inside this heart of mine. No valley lasts forever, no storm can always stay, because your faithful presence keeps leading me each day. When The greatest gift of comfort was never in a plan. It was your loving presence, so faithful, strong and near, and somehow in the quiet I know that you are here. In the quiet, you are here. In the silence, you are near. There was a night my faith felt like a candle, barely glowing in the wind and rain. The dreams I carried seemed so far from reach, and hope felt buried underneath the pain. I had exhausted every strength within me, tried to stand when I could barely breathe, and somewhere in the middle of my breaking, I finally fell down to my knees. I thought I had to carry every burden, I thought the battle rested in my hands, but heaven had a gentler invitation, a better, kinder plan. When I couldn't hold on, Jesus held me. When my heart was tired and weak, when the road grew dark before my eyes, His mercy came and carried me. When I couldn't hold on, Jesus held me. Through every tear I tried to hide, and wrapped within His endless compassion, I found a place where fear could not survive. He never promised life without its valleys, or skies that never filled with clouds above. But He promised I would never walk them lonely, because I'd always have His love. The mountains standing high before tomorrow no longer seem impossible to climb, because the one who formed the earth beneath me is faithfully